How's it going, people? It's Jacob on the one up top. Before you do anything, like, share, subscribe, comment, do all of that. I know people are going to be loving the fact of what's happened here. I don't even know what to say. Honestly, it's weird because, I was sitting there again with my kids and saying to them, if Son don't play, I don't think we're going to get a result. Now, let me speak on that. The Son weren't playing. We understood that. And everybody kept going on about, Mickey Moore needs to start, this. Now, Mickey Moore has got great potential, don't get it twisted. But everyone's going on about Mickey Moore like he's as good as Yamal, don't get it twisted. He's a good talent, but I'd understand if he's as good as Yamal and we're getting all the energy in that. But if I'm honest, it's you've got players like Timo Werner, Maddison. These are the sort of players that need to be performing to take the pressure off the kid. Because if he was going to start his first Premier League game, he should be starting it at home to no disrespect to these clubs, but a Bournemouth, a Fulham, a lesser opposition where we're expected to win. Everybody knows you don't want to go to Selhurst Park and that be your first game. Whether you're a young kid or a grown adult, it's a tough environment, man. And granted, they ain't won a game, but I think Ange was a bit naive in this game. And he's starting to lose his marbles a bit, if I'm honest, because all I kept hearing for the last year was that's who we are. And he was stubborn. Now he's far from stubborn. He's towards the latter game, towards the end of the game, he went 4-4-2. Ange ain't done that at Celtic or Spurs. Why are you gone 4-4-2? That's a sign of desperation because you've never done it before. At West Ham, at first I thought that was a sign of you understanding that you need to have a plan B, and it worked. But it's we were getting overrun by Palace the whole of the first half. So why didn't Sarr come on straight again? Do you know what I mean? Maddison weren't doing nothing again. Why did you not bring on Sarr straight away? Basuma weren't doing bits. Why did you not bring Bentancur on? Do you know what I mean? Mickey Moore was subdued. I didn't want Werner coming on, but if he's not playing well, who's the other guy that plays there? Brennan Johnson did nothing and survived for a long time. Do you know what I mean? So it's me, I know my football, yeah? I'm not saying that I'm a world-class coach, but I know that Ange has been found out. And when you're a coach and it's been found out and you try and do your own way, but then it gets to the point where you're right, let me listen to the fans to keep them happy, but that don't work either. You got a problem. At West Ham, it worked. Don't get it twisted, it did work. But when I'm looking at what he was doing in his in-game management in this game, you got lucky against West Ham. Because, West Ham in the first half, they could have been 2-0 up. Kudos could have had 2 goals. And if it's 2-0, I don't think we get that result. First of all, I'm going to, I should shout out Palace first and foremost. They've done what they needed to do. They've been winless all season. And, mentally it's harder for them than it is for us. We was on in all competitions, I think we'd won 8 out of the last 9. It gets to the point where, we're in form apparently. But when you look at the opposition, you look at the games, it's kind of we should be doing that. Based off the run of play and the way we play our football. But, I looked at this game today. I was watching it and I've got so much to do today. I've got my kids here. I've got to clean my yard. I've got to cook a roast dinner. I've got to get ready for work and all that. But it was you want to watch the Arsenal-Liverpool game. And I'm sitting there thinking you know what, man? How am I going to do this? In a weird way, I wish I'd not watched that game. Because watching that, if I didn't watch that game and someone said to me, watch it on Match of the Day or watch the highlights, I might as well have because Tottenham didn't do anything. Do you know what I mean? And if Palace did anything, you would have seen the highlights and you would have seen the goal. When you look at the goal, Mickey van der Ven, what's he doing? I understand the miscontrol was there. That happens in football. Just boot it. What are you trying to be nice for? But again, that's Ange's football and that's the way he wants to play it. I don't know. It's just, what do you do? Son, I guarantee he plays against Man City because he was arguably up there for man of the match against West Ham. He gets to the point where he don't play in the Europa. I'm like, oh, that's sweet. The club isn't really announcing what's up with him, but I guarantee you, when we play Man City midweek, he's going to be there with the armband on. It's like, I generally believe Son would have been all right today. And if we'd started with Son and took the lead, you could have brought him off. Mickey Moore takes the pressure off. But all of a sudden, we're expecting Mickey Moore at the age of 17 to do bits for a club like ours. It's just wild. So, you know, Crystal Palace did what they needed to do. But Crystal Palace did exactly what I've been telling anyone. That if you want to play Tottenham, it's so easy to beat them. Just do your banks of 4 and make sure you take your first chance. Because, you know, if you look at our record away, you look at our record coming back from being 1-0 down, it's terrible. Like last season, it was all right. This season, you take the lead against Tottenham and sit in your banks of 4, it's nice because you should hit Tottenham on the counter anyway. But if you're 1-0 up and you hit any team in the counter, whether it's Tottenham, but more specifically Tottenham, you're just going to win. Do you know what I mean? And there's a reason why we're top of the pile for stats, but we're what? I don't even know now. We're probably like 9th. And this is what I keep saying. If anybody wants to understand that stats and doing all that stat padding don't work, have a look at Tottenham Hotspur. Because we're probably like 9th. We could end up being 10th for whatever reason. But we're top on a load of stats. We're top on possession. We're top on all these like pressing stats and attacking chances. Don't bother looking at stats, man. The most important stats is, did we win? No. Are we top of the league? No. Did we get the 3 points? No. Those are the most important stats. You know, Liverpool, Man City, all these guys, no one really talks about stats when it comes to these teams. Why? Because their main stats look silver. Our stats are all in numbers. It's just dumb. So, yeah, Tottenham, this is what we do. We'll probably play Man City in the midweek, somehow beat them, and then all of a sudden it's back again. And then I think we've got... I'm trying to think who we got now. We got someone. And we probably won't do well there as well. Oh, yeah, Aston Villa at home. That's just asking for a Villa win, because Aston Villa, if there's anybody that's got a tactician that will sit in front of Tottenham and know exactly what to do and be ex-Arsenal, it's Unai Emery. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But if Ange doesn't win at least one of those games, people are going to start questioning him. But I've been questioning him since last season. So, it's one of those, man. No point getting annoyed because, like Ange says, this is who we are.